Hello and welcome to Tim Farmer's Country Kitchen. We're Cowboy cooking and I told you we would. You know what? When you're cooking over an open fire, the taste is so much better. I love Dutch oven cooking. This is just a good solid bread recipe. We're starting to have some cooler days, which means soup, stews. Nikki's inside right now in just a little while. We're gonna make a very interesting soup. Now, not too long ago, somebody asked me, can you can pumpkin? Well, the answer is yes, you can pumpkin, and we're gonna show you how to do that tonight. And then we're gonna make a recipe from that. But Nikki's gonna make her grandmother's lemon meringue pie. But first of all, to go with our soup that we're making in a little while, we gotta have some bread on the Dutch oven. On our Cowboy Campfire cooking segment, Dutch oven bread. All right, here's the basic ingredients. It's really so simple. You got 2 cups of Weizenberger, just white flour, and then some white wheat flour or some wheat flour. You're gonna need a little bit of salt, a little bit of sugar, and a 1.5 cups of warm water. 2 3/4 teaspoons of yeast. I'm gonna come back and get that working with just a pinch of sugar. About a teaspoon of salt in here. Let that work. All right, now my yeast and water is set for 5 minutes. I'm gonna take my 3 cups of assorted flours and I'm just gonna gently mix them up. Very quickly becomes nice and doughy. Now I'm gonna take this, and the most lengthy part of the process is the rising of the flour. I'm gonna cover this. I'm gonna take it inside where it's a little bit warmer. I'm gonna let it set for about 4 hours. All right. So our 4 hours has passed. Now we're gonna pull our dough out of here, and you're gonna see pretty quickly that we got some good looking dough right here. I'm not gonna do much to it. I'm just gonna work it a little bit. Now here's the part where you're probably thinking, okay, I've never cooked in a Dutch oven. If you're a pro, you know the deal. You can almost eyeball your coals and know exactly how much you have to have for 300 degrees, 350 degrees. In this case, we need about 425 degrees. So how do you do that? Well, look here at this book. The handy little lodge book tells you right here, Dutch oven cooking. This is a 12-inch. If I want a 425 degree temperature, which I do for bread, this is gonna cook about 40 minutes. And you can do this with coals from wood. It makes it a lot easier if you start out with charcoal briquettes. To get a 425 degree temperature, we need 10 on the bottom, 21 on the top, which we've done. I've also taken some lard and put in the bottom of that pan. Now I'm gonna take my dough, see how nice that looks? I'm gonna put it back in the bowl, and I'm gonna let it rise for another half hour. While we have that last half hour of dough to rise, that's when we get our pan preheated and ready to go. All right, the half hour has passed. We're gonna do one more little roll around here. We're gonna take our bread, get it in a nice little round shape, and we're gonna pop it directly in the pan. Here's our future bread. And we are good to go. Now keep an eye on your briquettes. If you see them burning down, you can replace them. Give that a bit. Now we'll go see what Nikki's doing in the kitchen. Now I want you to look. I want you to look at that beautiful, wonderful, hot
delicious
bread. Now when you get it right off the, go ahead and put some pieces of butter on there. When you get it right out of the fire like that, and it smells so good and it's so fresh. Ready?
I am. I can't wait to eat them, starving.